Okay. Let's see if we can get this recorded this time. Okay. All right, so tonight I'm going to show you how to do a couple of Easter projects. There seems to have been an issue earlier. I waited and waited for 10 minutes or so and nobody showed up. So I ended the live, but I'm here again to pre-record this for you. So thank you so much for your patience. I appreciate it. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Corinne Sandian. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've been teaching stamping and scrapbooking for about 20 years. So tonight I'm going to show you a couple of cute Easter projects, but I just wanted to touch on a few housekeeping things. These are the two catalogs that we're currently using. They are going to be ending very soon, the end of April, so we get a new catalog the 1st of May, and as stuff sells out, they won't be replacing it. Okay, so here are the two projects that I wanted to share with you. A cute little candy holder and a sweet Easter card. And I also wanted to show you how I took some of our Valentine paper that was in the mini catalog and turned it into using it for a card in the little box. So let's start off with the card. It's very easy. This piece measures 4 3/4 by 3 3/4, so therefore the designer series paper is 3 1/2 by 4 1/2. I know that the bunny punch is on back order, but it will be available again. I can't remember the date. I want to say it's May. So I always like to use my Madden layers to punch out anything I need. So I'm going to punch out 2 bunnies because I need one for my little project here and one for my card. So there you go. You just got to push it in enough so that when you cover it with your designer series paper here, it will cover up that. I'm just going to do a little bit of adjusting here. Make sure I'm getting enough of the frame. All right. So I am going to use my personal favorite glue, which is the wet glue, on the outer edges. So I'm just placing that so I have a nice frame around the outer parameters. I have your standard card base, which is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. I'm using this beautiful seam binding ribbon. So I'm going to take a little piece, measure a little bit past where I need it. And I'm going to take a little bit of tearing tape. So let me attach that to the back of the card before I attach it to my card base. I'm going to wrap that right around like that. Oh, but it looks like I put it a little closer to the other edge. Just move that just a little bit right here so you can see. So just because something is a Valentine's paper doesn't mean that you can't use it for another occasion. Like this looks very springy to me. So now I want to put it on my card base. So I'm using some Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm using the large size. over here. Get these little backings off. I know I should be using my pickup tool. It keeps them all together. Alright. So there's my card base. So I'm going to center it so I have a nice white frame all the way around. And now, leaving my ribbon on the spool, I like to tie my bow. I do 2 bunny ears. Tie them together. And holding my knot, I bring in my loops. And then you can keep tying it, and you can adjust it to where you want. But I want a fairly good size. So now I'm going to grab my ribbon scissors that I tie a piece of ribbon on. Alright, so now I'm going to take one of these little bunnies. And I'm going to use my dauber and some of the Coral Calypso ink. And I'm going to sponge around the little bunny. So holding this flat and flicking my dauber around my bunny. I'm going to do both of them while I'm at it, so I'll have it all ready for the little candy treat holder. The second one is right here. So you can see, leaving it perfectly straight and just flicking. You can put as much or as little as you want. It's a little bit hard to get in these little crevices, but you can do it. A little bit more right here. Now, is that not the sweetest little bunnies you've seen? Alright, so we're good with that. Now I'm going to grab my greeting. And I'm using this stamp set. Now the stamp set is currently available. It's the punch that's on back order. So it just says, I have an Easter treat for you. So I'm going to stamp that right across the belly of the bunny. Just like that. Make another small bow. This time I want it to be a little bit on the small side. So once I get my loop through here, so again 2 loops, put 1 through the hole and pull, and then holding your knot, you can bring this down, bring the 2 tails down, and I'm going to tighten it up and try again. I want it to be a little bit smaller. There we go. Grab my ribbon scissors again. So this is for the candy bar. And then this is my one for my card. And this will go on really well with a glue dot. What I do is I take the glue dot and I roll it between my fingers and put it there. Now these little guys need some eyes. So I have some pearls here. I'm taking a little pearl. Some of you don't know, but that's my dog's name, so she's nosing me like, what do you want, Mom? Where'd it go? Try again here. Oh, I do have my pickup tool here. Yay! Let me just cut these, because these are the old ones where they were in a strip. There we go. Put one there. Put one on the other bunny. And then I wanted some little tails for them, but I didn't have any little pom-poms. So what I did is I made sure that the Q-tip was nice and tight and cut it off. There's one. It doesn't look too tight, so let's twist it a little bit more. Number 2. Put it on my glue dot. And then put this one on the glue dot. So this is the bunny's tail. And then this is this bunny's tail. Throw that out. All right. So let's get some dimensionals behind this little guy. Get him on the card. I'm going to put it about right there. Hopefully my greeting will be fine. Grab some scrap paper here for my greeting. Using the same ink, Coral Calypso. A Happy Easter. Using the edge of my stamp pad. Don't forget to use that. We don't use it enough. And those edges are usually inked up very, very well. Hold that there for a few seconds. Oh, looks like I didn't have any on the E. It's 2 sides to stamp in. Try one more time. Alright, let's hold that there for about 10 or 12 seconds. That should be good. Oh, much better. Alright, let me grab my cutter. So this is about 3/4 of an inch, but you know, that's not as important. Goodness gracious, I'm making a big mess here tonight. Been that kind of a day. Then I want a little bit of as you can see, I have a little mat. So that's about 1 inch. Grab a piece of scrap here. Gonna cut this at an angle. So can you see how I'm doing that? I just angle it, and I have the wood right close there. You can use your scissors, but sometimes that's a little easier. I want to take a little bit off in this. So then I can use my scissors to get this piece the same angle. So let me grab some So I was holding that there. Just cutting it at an angle. Flipping it over. And doing the same thing. Now you can certainly use your cutter. I'm taking the easy way out. A little bit of adhesive on the back. Matting it. And I'm going to put a piece of tearing tape because I want it to hold down my ribbon too. So it's just a greeting, so you can use a little piece. You don't need to put a lot. Sometimes you need to burnish it, which is what's happening now, to get that tape off. Plus, I've also learned a little trick. If you start in the center, then versus the end, sometimes that helps too. All right, so we're going to set that so that his paw, oops, a little bit more higher. There, so there's that card. Try burnishing this, doesn't seem to want to fold too good. There. Now we're going to make our cute, sweet little bag. I have about 5 or 6 Easter eggs in here. So the piece of paper that I'm using, again, is from that same suite of products, Designer Series paper. So the measurements are 4 by 6. On this 6-inch side, I scored it at 1 3/4, 2 3/4, 4 1/2, and 5 1/2. And then I turned it and scored it at 1 inch. So I'm going to leave this here just for a few seconds in case you want to take a screenshot while I'm burnishing this. So I'm folding it on all the fold lines. So let me grab my bone folder that I just had 2 minutes ago. So you can grab a screenshot of those measurements. And now we need to do just a little bit of cutting, not a lot. So this first little tab right here, we are going to cut that off. So we're going to angle this. Sometimes it's easier to see on the other side. So I'm going to cut to where it meets right here. I'm going to fold this one up so I can trim this. I like to wedge it a little bit so you can see how little I do that. To me, I find it makes your box a little bit better. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think there's anything proven to it. So now I'm going to use some tearing tape. Again, or double-sided tape, whichever one you want. I'm going to put it as close to this fold as I can without going over. So this is kind of sort of on the same line as milk boxes that we've done numerous times over the year. The dimensions are just a little bit different, and it's a mini version. I'm going to put a little bit, let's see, I want this to be like this. I got to check out where I want my tape. Okay. I want my tape on the inside of both of these bigger flaps. So let's put one right there. And then one right there. All right. So I'm just peeling off that tape. This is what I like about this box, is that you can lay it flat, so you can get that right to the edge. Just like that. I'm going to burnish that. Then I'm kind of funny about stuff. So this is where I attached it. So that's always the back of my box. I'm going to take this tab off. As you can see, I've put the two smaller tabs inside. I'm going to put that one down. And now this nice smooth finish will be the front of my box. And there's my box. Let me grab a few more eggs. So there's 5. So all I'm doing is, you can see my fingers, I'm pinching it, so that the sides have this little indentation. And then all I did is, you can get these mini clips online. I buy them from Amazon. I love them because you can put them on a box. Tie a little bow. It doesn't ruin your box. And now we're going to put a sweet, sweet little bunny on. Let's get some more dimensionals. Need to put him a little bit close because he kind of hangs off the box. So there he is. So there's the measurements one more time if you didn't catch them or you're just coming on. And then here's the card. So I hope you enjoyed these projects. If you have any questions or concerns, please email me or private message me, and I'll be happy to give you the details. By the end of the week, I'll have the measurements up, posted on my page as well. So until I see you next time, please take care of yourselves and have a great day. Bye-bye now.